Hello everyone, today I'm working on this F59 PHI and it's an Athearn, and this is a locomotive I'm working on for a customer. So this is what he proposed to me. This guy runs DC only. So in exchange for converting this to DC, I could keep the chip. So I thought that was a very good deal. Let's take a look at this. I have one actually just like it. It's a very good runner, most appreciated. So this thing looks brand new. That is a very nice engine. Obviously this guy lives near Toronto, and the GO train is Toronto based. So what do you guys think of that? Pretty nice looking. So let's just take this apart to begin. Shell removal on these, I studied, I looked at my shell. I have a F59 for myself. I looked at my shell and then I saw how that came apart, and then I knew how to do it for this one because it's not mine. I don't want to take any chances. So these, as you can see, come out pretty easy. Just spread out the fuel tank cover at the bottom. It should come right out. So they just come right out. This shell is beautiful. It's got a detailed interior, separately applied handrails. This is real good stuff. The gentleman I'm doing this for told me how much he paid, so it wasn't cheap. Look at that. That is really cool. Actually, because the frames are so different, there's not that much that I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna just switch out the frames because everything's so different. Did not realize how different these are. Let me just put that fuel tank back on. The two frames are very different. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll keep the DCC frame and I'll send out the DC frame back in. But before I do that, let's just make sure that my DC frame runs 100%. So let's see how it runs. So that's nice and quiet, about as good as can be expected. On another subject, the F7 A and B unit from the last video, I put up the video on Friday and they got sold on Saturday. So my prices have to be pretty good. So come and check out my website. It's watchtrainsnow.com. So there's not a whole bunch to do here. Just put the shell on, and I will retest everything with the shell on just to make sure that everything's good. I'll work on this off camera because I want to take my time. Had to work with it a little bit Now I'm gonna go try it on the track just to make sure everything is hunky-dory. Looks real good from here. Let's just make sure everything is 100% before I ship it. And then running backward. Perfect. This leads me to my next question. Does this DCC decoder work? So we're about to find out. You guys that have experience with DCC, tell me if I'm doing it right. I'll put the engine on the track and then I'll turn on the power to my my DCC controller. I'm using the NCE power cab. That's what I have. Still need to switch on the power. So that's that. Well, something's working. No way! Oh man, that was easy. I thought I was going to have to do something with that, but that was really easy. When you do select local and 3, let's see if I have some controls here. Nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go try to increase the throttle, see what happens. I'm going to go on the program track and we're going to do some programming. Okay, so we're going to be doing some programming. I got my pen and pencil ready so that I'm going to read the model number and the manufacturer number to give instructions online. It's got a startup instructions, but I want the full instructions. Use program track. Perfect. We're going to do standard. Manufacturer 141, so that's good. Closure version 64, so now I'm going to write that down. I'll be able to get the instructions online. Set that address, yes. Short address 03, that's perfect. Activate this address, yes. Long address, it's 903. Oh, cannot read CV, so that's not good. Go enter. Long address, 903. So 0903. Enter. 100%, I want that. Set up configuration. Nope. Nope. In the past, I think all that. Let's look in the past. And that's it. We are good. 7 was recovery program. I might do that. I think we're good for this. Second throttle. Perfect. So that might be just dirty wheels. I know how to fix that. I'm going to play around with it a little bit, and then I'll decide what to do about that. So I've got most of the function running okay. I've got the headlight, I've got the bell, I got the horn, and then let's just go to, let's see if it goes forwards and backwards. So that, so far so good. Even accelerate slowly to give you a bit of a momentum effect. So for that, so far so good. It's running great. Probably does need a little bit of cleaning. So let's go do that. I'm going to do just a quick version of cleaning the wheels. I'm just going to pop out the side frame, and I leave everything on the locomotive. So I'll just patiently pop out the side frame. This is not a race, you just take your time. There we go. And there's contact strips there. I am going to check them, but I think these are okay. For these contact strips, I just run my my hands on them. And that's that. And then the wheels, I'll clean them out with my rag. This is kind of an expensive model, you know. And good with the DCC. That is unbelievable fun. Unfortunately, I do not have good passenger cars for this. I'm going to be using my, I got some nice Amtrak cars. I'm going to be using my Amtrak El Capitan. And that will be a nice train for this to pull. But DCC and Sound, DCC only is not that much fun, but the DCC and Sound, I could get into that. Even some of the early Kato sound systems, they used a standalone sound machine, but that is still really neat. So I never got it, but that would probably be a fun thing to have. But I'm really glad this decoder is working. Then I just clean them out with my rag, and then I'll reintroduce its side frame. They are directional, so this little pin is not in the center. As you can see, it's more towards the front. So you put that more towards the front, and you have to line up the axles and the two little pins. So there's two little pins that keep it in place. Line up the axles. This is actually exactly like an HO scale engine, where the contact strips are the bearings for the wheels. So far I've had few engines that were like that. I have a VO1000 that is like that, and this one. So that is a good design. Now this decoder is so loud, I couldn't tell you if the engine runs smooth or harsh, because the decoder drowns out any noise. Just like, my Camaro does not have very good sound deadening, but they put a Bose sound system in it, so you can drown out any rattle with the Bose sound system. Alright, I'm going to put the side frames back on. Now that everything looks nice, I'm going to take it on the track just to make sure it runs the way I want it to. Well, let's test everything out again. Start with the headlight. Perfect. Bell. And horn. Excellent. Let's try forward. So that it's cutting out, probably it's losing contact with the track. It will probably get better over time. So anyways, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to put the cell back on. It's a Soundtrack's Tsunami 1. There's a 46-page booklet available, so you can read online. So for me, I don't think that's necessary for today, but I'll keep it in mind if I have some extra time to read the manual. That will certainly help. This fuel tank's not held in there very strongly. That is gonna be good, like that, I think. It's a little tight in there. Let me just take my time so I'm sure to do it right. Again. There. Now it's perfect. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon. Got a little extra time so I can read to you from the Model Railroader of October 1975. So they have super nice cover art of the Pennsylvania Railroad scene, America's Hobby Center, just a little bit of everything. Lots of nice ads for brass. Back in the day, you had to mail order everything. There was no internet, of course. Look at that full color Backman ad. You can still buy these. I see lots of them for sale. This is the HO scale version, but it's still kind of cool. So in those days, they had Cox was making trains. They were okay. I think they were a lot like the Backmans. There it is. There it is. This is the first time they advertised with an all-new mechanism, new motor, tender pickups that revolutionized the N-scale world. It was the best engine ever because the tender pickups, it would install over switches. That engine, it's my best. It's my favorite. There you go. They started in 1975. You have to multiply the money by 10 basically. So $449.80 in today's money. I remember saving up for 6 months to buy this. It was well worth it. Like I said, you had to mail order everything, but just to show you in order of comparison, you could get some nice AHM engine. Look at the big boy. Ever since I was a kid, I would look at those ads and say to myself, one day I'm gonna have a big boy. But as you can see, it's one of the most expensive engines. $599 in today's money, so not exactly cheap. Although For $5.99 today, you can get a nice Broadway Limited with DCC and Sound. So in comparison, we have it pretty good.